Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm here with the composer of The Boys, Matt. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. So I wanted to ask, how did you start get on The Boys? Like, what was that journey?
Absolutely. So I am the co-composer of The Boys, along with a composer named Chris Leonards.
Yes.
And that's particularly relevant to your question, which is Chris brought me on.
Chris brought you on,
to the show. Chris and the showrunner, Eric Kripke, they go way back. They've been working on projects together 30 years. Chris scored Eric's college films. So they had the relationship in place, and then I had worked with Chris on a whole bunch of his projects, for over 15 years.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
All right. And did you always want to go into composing? Like, was that something?
Yes and no.
Or film in general?
I was going to say yes and no. I guess the honest answer is no, only because I didn't know what it looked like. I moved to LA to be a record producer.
Okay.
So that's what brought me to LA.
Yes.
That was the dream that was the crazy dream that I was
You're not
chasing.
the first one to say they wanted to go into music.
Yes.
Like just music, and then went to film.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I went, and so once I was here, and I took an internship at a music house that did music for commercial, and the whole reason I took the internship was to become a better engineer, to record music, but that's when I first saw what composing actually looked like in a modern way.
Awesome.
And just immediately fell in love with it.
Is there a first project you worked on that you composed that you were like, yes? Like, it was like...
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't until that internship that I started trying to write against picture, and I realized the magic of bringing picture to life. And so there were demos that I started working on my own and in off hours, which were often through the middle of the night, because I still had my
normal job. Yeah,
my coffee making and fridge stocking that needed to happen during the day. So that all got started at that internship.
Okay, awesome. How long ago was that, by the way?
That would be 21 years ago.
So you're 21 years in the...
21 years ago, into it. Yeah,
good job, man. And then I saw that you composed some stuff for reality TV shows. Mm-hmm. So how has that been different than like an episodic show, like kind of like that? I mean, they're both episodic, but reality versus...
very logistically different is that a lot of times reality music is written ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
And the editors take it and edit to it. That's not always the case. We did do some scoring on some of the shows I worked on, but a vast majority of the music exists ahead of time. Whereas obviously on drama, it's shot, it's edited, and it's as close to locked as possible, and then we write music that is scored to picture.
Okay, all right. And what's have you enjoyed, like, really enjoyed working on The Boys? Like, has it just been much different? Like
it's been a dream job, to be honest. It's been a dream job just because it's. Everybody who works on the show has the same mentality. It's like everyone loves what they do. Everyone pours their heart and soul into what they do. Everyone is so supportive, and I mean that in like. It doesn't mean we don't fail. We still fail time and time again, but it'd be like that's part of the creative process.
Right.
And it was really a unicorn of a show to work on.
Okay. And you worked on Gen V too, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. How was that? Was that different, or?
I mean, it was different. The score was different in that it was a slightly different palette. A lot of the production team was the same. It had a different showrunner, but vibes were the same.
Good.
Yeah.
Everyone's supportive still and all that.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Okay. All right, man. And then I was asking everyone, like, is there a project you've been working on that you can tell us about, or something that's coming up?
I can. So often we can say, "Oh, I'm working on something I can't tell you."
I got a couple of those things.
Yeah, that's the most common. I can tell you just because we're far enough into it.
Okay.
The Boys spin-off, Vought Rising. It's a prequel. Vought Rising takes place in 1950. It's the backstory of Soldier Boy. And we're in the middle of scoring that, and there's no secret there. That's all.
Okay.
That's public knowledge.
Is there a release year, a release date?
Yeah, it's 2027.
Okay. 2027, guys.
2027. Hopefully early-ish 2027.
Okay.
That's.
So it's a prequel. You got the prequel.
It's a prequel, and it's fantastic.
Awesome.
I'll stop talking there because NDA. But
I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, I will.
But I appreciate you telling us.
I will spoil that it's fantastic.
Okay, good. All right, man. Is there anything else you want to say to the audience or anyone? And if not, what advice would you give for someone trying to get into the industry?
What advice is find a way to be somebody's solution. Show initiative and be somebody's solution to a problem that maybe they don't even know they have. When somebody, I just can't say how far that goes because if you want to be a composer or editor or any of these artistic realms, the odds are your first opportunity has very little to do with that piece of art, and it has more to do with you just helping somebody do some grunt work and establishing that trust.
All right, awesome, man. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And check out Bot Rising next year at some point.
Absolutely.
And thanks for giving us a little spiel on that. We'll catch you guys next time.
Right on.
All right, thank you so much.